The Churban Beit HaMikdash HaRishon and Sheni were different. The first Beit HaMikdash was destroyed for three major sins: Avodah Zarah, Shfichut Damim, V'Gilui Arayot. Idol worship, murder, and sex crimes. That's the basic pshat. In reality, there's a little bit more to the details. The Beit HaMikdash HaSheni was caused by sinat chinam, baseless hatred. And again, in reality, there's more details. And we'll go over some of those details. The Avodah Zarah that we talk about that happened in the Beit HaMikdash was that they actually worshipped idols. It's hard to explain how people that seeing miracles every minute are worshipping an idol until you read the Midrash and you see that these idols actually had powers. Hashem actually gave these idols powers. That was the test of the generation. So when they prayed to these idols, it wasn't like the idol you buy from Chinatown for $15. These idols were able to speak, walk, and actually fulfill their prayers. When Rava asked Menashe, when he had a dream about Menashe, if you know so much Torah, how did you worship idols? He says, if you were my generation, you chased the idols even worse than I did. Aside from the desire that the generation had, similar to the one we have today, about money and about sex, that was the generation that over there that had this issue with idol worship. But in today's generation, we think that we don't have this problem anyway. We think that Avodah Zarah is gone. Unfortunately, Avodah Zarah has a new face. It's called money. If any one of you ever looked at a dollar bill, you see on a dollar bill it says a nice sentence on the bottom, "In God we trust." And most people take the sentence literally and think that they're talking about the dollar being God. This is the reason why most people spend their life chasing money. Spend 15, 16, 17 hours a day working. They want to be the next Bill Gates. They want to be the next Warren Buffett. They want to make a lot of money because they have to compete with their neighbor's big house. And since their neighbor got a brand new car, they can't live with themselves. They're eating themselves up. How could he have a new car and I still have my little tustus over here? So they work extra hard. And they start taking unnecessary risks. They borrow money they can't return. The borrowed money they start gambling. All the while, there's a Churban Beit HaMikdash at home. They haven't seen their kids in months. The wife doesn't even remember their name. Torah is like a foreign word in the house. And they forgot who Hashem is. They forgot who is the one that gives them parnasah. They made themselves a new god called money. Shfichut Damim is not just murder, because unfortunately we still have that problem in the world, Baruch Hashem, not to the same extent as we had in Beit HaMikdash, but it's actually worse. Because it's combined with Gilui Arayot. In today's generation there's a new type of murder. But it's not one person at a time. It's 300 million. Every teenager that goes home, sometimes even from a yeshiva, and the yeshiva did not teach him some musar, some yirat shamayim, and the details of the significance of wasting seed. He goes home and he wants to relax. He wants 30 seconds of pleasure. And since he's not married, he helps himself to destroy 300 million souls. Scientists have done some serious analysis, and they say that an average ejaculation is 300 million seeds. Which means that every time a teenager wastes seed, they just killed America. You do it 5 times a week, you destroy China. By the end of the month, you've killed an entire planet. Good luck in Gehenom. But unfortunately, it's not the teenager's fault that he doesn't know that it's that bad. He never heard it in yeshiva. Out of all the English Shiur Torah on the internet, and trust me, I've done the research, there's only 3 shiurim about the topic. One by Rabbi Mizrahi, one of the tzaddikim of the generation, one by Rabbi Alon Anava, and one by me. I'm not telling you that I made a shiur Torah about wasting seed to give myself any respect, honor, or anything. I'm explaining to you this is a shame. That there are thousands of rabbis that know more Torah than I could ever know. I've been studying Torah for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And yet you have a Baal Tshuva from a few years ago, is the only one that has 4 hours worth of Torah specifically talking about the subject. All the information that you have on the internet in English, total of about 5.5 hours. It's very sad. So of course the teenager is going to go home and think it's not a big deal. How can you expect anything else from him? He's not learning it in yeshiva. He's not learning it in public school. The opposite. Yeah, go relax, go relax. If he watches TV, he even hears medical opinions. But it's good for you. If you really want to know the truth about it, you should watch one of these shiurim that I have. Especially the one that was made in New York a few months ago for 3 hours. Explains how someone that wastes seed is building themselves not only a Gehenom that they can't see, that's in the next world, but actually in this world. Because there's a book that was written 180 years ago that shows scientific evidence of how someone is slowly but surely destroying their body. Medically. So if we thought that we solved the problem of Shfichut Damim and Gilui Arayot of the Chuban Beit HaMikdash HaRishon, we now find out that we actually have a bigger problem. Back then at least they were killing one at a time. Most teenagers today have killed at least 7 or 8 billion people. And this wasting seed is connected to both Shfichut Damim and Arayot. It's a sex crime. And people wonder why the sex organs of males and females are infested with cancer in our generation. We didn't have this 150 years ago.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.